we saw before that was fighting against War Gods. Before, when Imperium Pro Team was like the top 3, hindi pa siya top 2. Oh no, so checking the roster here for Mineski, it's gonna be a Kassadin, it's gonna be a Sion. Grabe, ang tagal ko na hindi nakakita ng ganitong roster. I love it. Sobrang na-miss ko na to. So, here, may assassination potential tayo dito with EXO. Obvious ba na Dota 1 player lahat ng tao to bago magkalol? Well, to be honest, I did not play Dota 1. I played Dota 2 for a little bit. I played HON a lot more. But League of Legends was where I played it the most. Like around 7 years. So, let's check out first dito yung... kasi ang tagal ko hindi nakakita ng Sion. I mean, you have the ultimate, which is the Unstoppable Onslaught. That's the choo-choo train na ginagamit ng ultimate dito ni Sion. I'm pretty excited to see how they actually use that. Kasi pag tinignan mo, it actually could go well when you have an Ashe ultimate with you to use. And after that, you have, of course, Kassadin. Well, may na-change naman kay Kassadin. Like, he got a buff wherein bawasan ng onte ang mana cost niya. But then in terms of being a mid laner, not the strongest though. Kassadin in certain matches, certain matchups, especially kung kalaban niya is mage in the mid lane, he can actually counter that out with his passive as well as that null sphere, you know, giving him magic shield when it hits the target. So that's pretty good. But Hechizo, kahit man na-ban out yung kanyang Lee Sin, he does have a Nidalee. Nidalee is one of the, they say, one of the strongest junglers in solo queue just because of how strong she is in the early game. When you look at it, Hechizo likes to go for junglers na matindi ang early game potential. So Lee Sin as well as a Nidalee is gonna be good. Of course, Gertrude, nakita na natin kung gaano kalakas yung Shen with the ultimates, the ultimate, of course, having the shield and the instant respond, gonna be pretty good. Lalo na medyo squishy ang lineup dito ng Infuzed Esports. ZXC, if he doesn't get his mid lane or his mages in the mid lane, he goes for the assassins, which is of course the Ahri here. Mineski daw siya pustahan 1,000. Well, I'm not up for the pustahan, but then you know what? Let's just see what happens. Valberts, if you guys didn't know, Valberts was actually the mid laner, or sorry, no, not mid laner, the ADC before ng G-Hub Esports. G-Hub now have Kinzon in their roster. Valberts, I don't know what was the reason why he went to Infuzed Esports, but Infused is a pretty strong team. JRM was benched for personal reasons. I'm gonna look into that na lang, guys, but that was it. And Valbert's a pretty strong ADC coming in from a very strong team. If you look at it, G-Hub Esports, well, similarities sa NA. They're probably the Immortals of PH because they're like the team that doesn't like they don't go into NA finals, but then ang lakas nila sa regular stage. That's what I see G-Hub Esports. But then of course I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong from that one, guys. Infused Esports, I really like how they play. Before it was JRM as the Lucian God, but could be different. We'll just have to see how Valbert's plays out. But this is pretty good because they have lots of engage, lots of ability with the ultimate of the Sivir as well as yung ultimate skills ng yung mobility skills ng Karma. And then of course assassination potential of the Ahri, and you have frontline with the Shen. But you know what? In terms of explosiveness, I'm still hi guys, I'm back. I'm still looking for Mineski's comp because it looks really fun to look at. I mean, I'm still looking at the chat here, din pala. But it looks really fun. Like you have two ADCs, you have an assassin in the mid lane, you have the for my opinion the best all-around support with the Thresh. You have the box, you have the pickoff with the hooks, and then you have a front line from Noel. Well, we'll have to see paano to because I have not seen a Sion for like the longest time talaga. Like he just vanished. So again, guys, if you want to support, GG Network TV, why not subscribe to their YouTube channel? You just have to search sa YouTube GG Network TV, and of course, you can also follow the stream link here. That's twitch.tv/GG Network TV. To give wait lang, to give your support for GG Network TV. Oh, so ano yung wrong grammar ko? Just help me out, guys. Maybe nagkakamali ako ng onte. My throat's a little bit off. Not sure why. But there we go. We're loading in up. And malapit na tayo pumunta sa, sa Summer's Rift. Okay. Totoo namang wrong grammar si Asurai. Di nyo ba napansin kanina? I'm not sure, man. Okay, so tell me na lang kung saan nagkamali. Everybody makes mistakes. We still keep learning, guys. Tuloy-tuloy lang yan. I mean, in gaming, in shoutcasting, everything, you gotta just keep on learning. The grammar Nazi. So I'm still waiting for this one. I'm really excited to see a Thresh, a Kassadin, and a Sion. Like, in one game, we see 3 champions that are not used for the longest time, and it's exciting to watch, guys. So, Cedric Mercado. Shoutouts to you. Pakibasa man tong comment ko. And guys, kung nanonood kayo ngayon, why not invite your friends? Share the stream link. That again is twitch.tv/GGNetworkTV. And shoutouts to Amplifier PH. How can you graduation? Dude, even I know that's wrong grammar. Pero kasi si Asurai kaya nagkakamali sa English. But I try, guys. Okay, so let's go into the Summer's Rift, guys. Again, welcome. This is game 1 in this best of 3 series between Mineski or Smart.Mineski gonna go up against Infuzed Esports. So in the blue team, it's gonna be Mineski in the top lane. Noel will be our Sion in the mid lane. Nixta gonna be on the Graves. Mid lane is gonna be, jungle will be Nixta. Mid lane EXO with the Kassadin, and bottom lane duo will have Zensho with the Ashe ADC and TG with the Thresh support. So Gertrude, for the side of Infused Esports, will be the top lane Shen. In the jungle is going to be Hechiza on the Nidalee. And ZXC will be our Ari, and Valbers as well as Akil will be playing the Sivir and that Karma. What time laban ng COC Field Tournament? Oh, Love May You. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's gonna be Isabella plus another shoutcaster. Kasi break mo na daw si Carl Max.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So in the top lane, I'm looking to see a Sion win against the Shen. Just because you do have the Roar of the Slayer, which is, look at that, reducing the armor of your opponent by 2%, and you have, of course, the Decimating Smash. Yeah, that's it. Kasi pagka-connect mo ng Roar of the Slayer, if you time it correctly and hindi mo na tatamaan yung kalaban mo with the taunt, Decimating Smash is a really good harass tool if you want to. So, Hedges are actually gonna start off on the red side. Not sure why though. Of course, next time not gonna have a hard time. Graves is a very easy jungler to use on camps just because you have your passive, that's the new Destiny. You push away your opponents, and then end of the line, that's the Q. Just a lot of AoE damage. Look at this, Akil looking to actually possibly harass here. He has a very late first or early game ward. So that's just looking to possibly catch Nixta off guard when he goes for the red buff. So he smites off that Krugs and is on the rotation here. Aside from, well, Nixta, of course, might be counter jungled here. Nakikita din ng Infuse kung saan siya pupunta. In the top lane, Noel duking it out with Gertrude. So let's check out what Noel did get for his... Okay, so Grass of the Undying. It's definitely what you want to use for a Sion. So you know what? I'm not sure why talaga they stopped using Sion. I mean, he got nerfed to Oblivion, but then in terms of like his kit, it could still be possible. TG pretty comfortable with his support right now. Auto-attacking and getting quite a bit of gold from all the harass. Let us see, Akil is not putting any form of, engagement here. In the mid lane though, Exo is a little bit out of HP there, though he has a corrupting potion to keep him healthy on his, mid lane turf. Oh, connects the hook. There's the volley. Nice play. One more auto attack. Flashes in, and that's gonna be the first blood for TG. Good first blood there from the side of Mineski. And here comes Nixta looking to actually tower dive Valberts. Oh, well, there you go. He spots him out. Nixta trying to connect the end of the line. Masundan siya dito just because the creeps can see with the help from that ward. Mid lane wise though, Exo actually looking to win in terms of the CS, but medyo naubusan na siya dito ng charges of that corrupting potion. And she's gonna be able to actually counter jungle at the same time, but then anong nangyari na dito is na nagkapalitan sila ni Nixta ng blue buff. Well, Hechizo did spot out nung pumunta si Nixta na may blue buff siya, and he just guessed na kinuha na ni Nixta yung blue buff niya. Here in the top lane though, that's gonna be Hechizo looking to engage, but another hook into the bottom lane. He uses the dark passage, delivers a kill. Nice auto attacks there. Volley, look at that. A kill. Has to go back or chug all of these potions immediately. They don't see Hechizo waiting in the brush to go in for the gank. It's gonna be a bit sneaky here in the top lane. He's looking very intently onto Noel here and gets spotted out by the ward, so nothing actually gonna happen on that top lane. So now, looking at the CS, there's a 5 CS advantage for Gertrude. Bottom lane is where it's at though. If you look at Hezensha, 31 to 20, that's a lot of CS already. This is what this is what I like the most about an Ashe Thresh. So aggressive, but in the top lane, hold that thought. One more auto attack flash. Inside Gertrude could not connect his Q, and Noel will fight for another day. But oh, look at this Nixta. Hot on his tracks though, but does he get spotted out by the ward? No, but he's looking. But nag-recall na si Gertrude, and Noel actually gonna be teleporting back to the top lane very quickly. Has boots and Ruby Crystal, so lots of HP to actually keep surviving against the harass of Gertrude here. In the mid lane though, medyo nahihirapan dito si Exo. He eats the Orb of Deception. I mean, Nixta has been looking for a lot of ganks, but Grace doesn't really have to do that. I mean, he's a jungler. Of course, oh wait! ZXC going in. Exo actually flashes behind him, and ZXC missing the charm and the Orb of Deception. Good mindset there for Exo to actually flash over his opponent rather than away from him, just because ZXC, has more threat to him when he actually tries to, dive under turret. And look at this though, medyo nag-hunting na yung si TG. He's looking right at his opponent. Nakita niya si ZXC. ZXC still has a flash though, but oh no. Hook will connect and delivered into the embracing arms of Nixta. 2-0, Mineski leading in terms of the kills, and a 1,000 goal lead, almost a 2,000 against Infused. Now looking at that, Nixta, well, he was losing in terms of the CS, but because of that kill for TG, it's gonna be him capitalizing on, what's the term for it? Stabilizing the gold that that Hechizo was getting. Now TG looking to connect his Q, but not there just yet. No, it was still on cooldown. He couldn't really do anything on that one. Next though, very ballsy, just auto-attacking Valberts in his face. Well, here's the thing. You can when the arrow would sidestep, saan siya pupunta? Dito, under tower, gets hit. Dito, under tower, then just hit. So what he can actually do is just walk and hope that the hook of the Thresh does not connect. Okay, mag-beast mode. Hindi nyo alam din yung mindset ng mga challenger natin dito, di ba? If you think about it that way, it was just a 50-50. Hindi siya sinuwerte na nakalayo siya dun sa hook ng Thresh. Bottom lane wise though, look at this CS advantage by Zensho. And he really can't get ganked because Dark Passage is there. Oh, it's connected. And he delivers! Echizo! Oh no, it's a disaster for TG! But look at this, they're trying to counter the gank. There's the auto attacks. Oh wow, that was a 4-man engaged by Infuzed Esports. And they just play around and there's the end of the line by Nexta just hitting Valberts in his back. And they try to re-engage here onto a kill. But it's not enough. Axo is here though. He's looking. He tries to use his teleport or his dash in. One more. Kills a kill where he stands. And that'll be Axo. Happy to go for that one. Rift walk. Sayang yun. Grabe. And that's the power of the ultimate by Zensho. Thought it was actually gonna be Infused winning that one because it was a 4v2. And Gertrude had a good mindset there. The problem was they didn't have enough damage to actually make it work. And Zensho was out of there already. He was way past beyond the tower. Tapos si TG na lang yung tumatangke ng tore. Or tumatangke ng damage nila. Wow, EXO going aggressive onto ZXC. And he's actually winning. ZXC forcing himself to actually use the ultimate. And whoa! Null Sphere and Dark passes out. Swag style. Teleport naman dito coming out of Noel. Noel has no ultimate yet. And Gurjit going in with the taunt. Looking to kill EXO. But wow, look at this. TG as well as Nyx actually just playing around with the heart of Gertrude. Using the box to stop him in his tracks. What a play there by Mineski. Bottom lane wise, BF Sword as well as Pickaxe already bought by Zensho. Valbert still playing around with just the longsword and wow. I was about to say just the longsword and the Doran's blade, but then at the same time, kumain ng arrow, see a kill, and then just followed up with the hooks. Sunod-sunod na lang yung kanilang pickups dito. First dragon of the game is an Infernal Drake, so more damage for Mineski to actually use. You know, TG, I'm really happy with this one. He might have found his calling when he went to that support role. I mean, before he was the support of Mineski, now he went back to the support and he's making a lot of impact. Already 1-0 and 5 with his new ADC. Before it was EXO, now it's gonna be Zensho. I mean, kanina medyo nahihirapan si EXO, but then he got the Catalyst of Aeons. Now he has a Rod of Ages, so he can just play with ZXC all night long. Lalo na po nagka-stuck in Null Sphere na yan. He can just be able to, you know, use the spell shield to cancel out some of the damage that ZXC is trying to do. But ZXC, oh no, he tries to scatter left and right, but there was so much AoE for EXO to use, and he gets taken down in that mid lane. Lane-wise though, top lane natin, Noel winning in terms of the CS, 96-70 ni Gertrude. A kill spotting out TG, right in that bottom lane. Might try to engage onto Valberts, but Valberts does have that spell shield. I mean, what they could do, you know, I think they could do is like, palabasin mo yung hook ni TG, tapos patay mo pa ka na kay Valberts, and then may arrow ka na lang bigla. Oh no, a kill. Did not know what hit him, but oh well, he saw what hit him, but you know what I mean, guys. Ash Arrow and Box just to solidify their kill. He could not get out of the way fast enough. And he just gets immediately poked out. Valbers could not do anything. I mean, he could use a heal, but heal against all of that damage output really can't do anything. Again, connecting onto Valbers. Collateral damage is there! Almost sniping out the ADC of Infused Esports. Here's the bad thing for Nari. She will lose. Oh wait, Noel actually using his ultimate already, so he can't, just charge down on Gertrude. But all lanes here of Mineski just winning out against Infused Esports. This is not the Infused Esports that we saw dominate against Mineski before, as well as even, playing against a 3-2 when they went up on leg 1 against IPT. Grabe. That was just really nice to watch. This is a pretty good start here for the roster that Mineski have built around this team. Still gonna have to look at how this pans out when if Mineski wins this game. We're just gonna see how Infused Esports will try to adjust to how Mineski are playing right now, because Mineski, looking at how they created their composition, was just pure counter. Like, Shen gets countered by the Sion, mid lane. Early game makita tayo medyo binubully ni ZXC si EXO sa mid lane, but then when EXO got his items, there was not enough damage for ZXC to keep himself alive in that mid lane, and then nakita nyo na lang, pinaglalaro na lang siya din EXO. Bottom lane wise, when level 6 hit, it was already staple that Zensho and TG would win, because ang dami nilang engaged tools. Yes, merong shield si Valberts, but then what can he do to actually protect a kill? Oh no, here comes the hook onto a kill. There's the smoke screen, there's the flay, and almost connecting the enchanted arrow. Grabe tong maglabas ng ultimate si Zensho. And here comes Mineski in the bottom lane, while in the top lane, Noel is actually just sticking to Gertrude. Hindi niya hakayaang mag-ultimate dito si Gertrude. Gertrude actually using his ultimate very, very close. I think it was in the bottom lane, but then bottom na option dito ni Noel. He could not follow through, and this is what I'm talking about. Mineski, right off the bat, just countering the composition that Infused created for themselves. Now in the top lane, they're gonna try to connect onto Noel. He has his ultimate though, and there he goes. Oh, flashes over by Gertrude, flashes away by Noel, and Infused cannot follow through. Gertrude looked like he wanted to do something out of that one, but Hajizo is not strong enough to actually play with the heart of the Sion. What can you do? Teleport dito sa next step. Here comes EXO. Uses the Rift Walk in, tries to slow down ZXC in the top lane. Noel is still playing around with Gertrude. Kaya pinaglaro niya din si Gertrude para hindi siya makapag-teleport in any other lane. And it looks like Mineski are trying to go in. What a flash hook coming out of TG. Actually a double play. Has the box in and they just put into their plays. Hatches as well as ZXC. They connect the charm, but it's not enough to actually get the kill onto the support. And while that was happening mid lane wise, Mineski will be able to get this tier 1 turret. Endless Ace is playing for Asian Arena. Before he was, I believe, Naga, ngayon Asian Arena na siya. Now Gertrude is trying to defend this mid tier 2. Well, he'll be able to do that, but then Mineski already got what they wanted. Mid tier 1, more map control, and Infused Esports are running a little bit, low on steam. EXO, all he has to do is just Rift Walk out. Nyx is here. I mean, they're trying to do the best that they can against EXO, but here comes the Graves, though that was a good ultimate from Gertrude. And Infused looking to chase out against Mineski here. Oh, wow, Ignite might actually take onto Zensho to take him down. Yep, that'll be the case. Noel trying to run away. He's pretty tanky. He has his W to keep him alive. This is the second Feral Drink of the game. And Infused with those 2 kills, gonna make it very worth it. And get 3 objectives out of that one. Oh, kamusta na ba yung homeboy mo si Faker? Actually, if you guys were at Rampage or if you saw the post of Pro Gaming Series Facebook page, there was a greetings by Faker onto the members, onto the people going at Rampage, but you can actually see that dun sa Pro Gaming Series Facebook page. Kasi sabi niya basically is that he was saying good luck sa mga pro players as well as he wanted to play with League of Legends Philippine players, and he was just like have fun at Rampage, guys. So pwede yung ano yan, pwede yung panoorin yun sa Pro Gaming Series Facebook page. Di mo ganyan didali si Hedgehog. I'm actually gonna agree with that one. It doesn't show na parang bakit ganun maglaro ng Needle si Hedgehog, but then you can't say na bayad dito ang Infused. That is just bad mouthing, man. I mean, ano, Infused might be having a little bit of a dry spell, lalo na they don't really have any form of disengage, they don't have any form of engage, they have just plain out poke. And what poke loses to is all out engage, which is what Mineski have with Zensho, with TG, and Noel. What can you do against that, diba? If you guys are asking, Shinbu is, I believe, rest day niya ngayong araw na to. He works at Garena now, so basically he casts PGS and LCL more than me because I'm Mineski, and well, I cast MPGL. No offense taken, man. I'm just saying lang naman, you know, that's true. Uncharacteristic na maglaro ng ganito si Hedgehog. If you look at Hedgehog's plays before, nung like 1 month ago, it was much more aggressive than this one, but I do have to agree with you that one. But still, you know, conspiracy theory, para sa akin, denied. Chill, guys. Okay naman ako. I'm just saying, you know, yun na lang yung sabi ko. I'm giving my opinion. You can give yours, but then pinaprotektahan ko lang. Siyempre, like, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt for these players because they play, you know, they practice a lot of hours just to, you know, compete in these tournaments and, you know, be said that they are worthy to compete in these tournaments. The one on the top lane, though, taking kind of a beatdown from Gertrude. He's almost gonna get taken down, but here comes the support from Mineski. The flash into Gertrude, but there he takes the collateral damage to the face, and he'll be taken down. That'll be Mineski going to the top lane right now, looking to take down this next objective. But at the same time, Infuzed Esports cannot defend just because Gertrude has been taken down. They have no front line right now. Oh, TG gets taken down. One more auto attack. Might get... Oh, Exo actually takes the hook for him, but the burn was a bit too real. Now, ZXC looking to engage. Charm does connect. There's the ultimate from Zensho, but he cannot attack multiple targets at the same time. They're trying to run away. This is just ADC against ADC. Flash in by Balbers, and Jenna posting edges of pounds as well as the bite from the Cougar. Almost acing Mineski there. Noel was not there at all. That was Mineski just going in blind, going in dry. You can't do that. So now, Infuzed Esports getting this Baron, and well, Mineski don't know that this is happening. These are very low in HP, but oh, there's Exo. He has the, this is a disaster double kill. Will he go for the triple? He goes in wild, but the shield is there. Here comes Exo again, triple, looking for the quadra, gets knocked up by Noel. He's looking for it, quadra kill for Exo. What a positioning on that turret, and the Baron take by Infused gets shut down by Mineski in the blink of an eye. Grabe. Oh yeah, just a tip for you guys. I'm actually like a couple of days ko lang nalaman tong kanta na to. Check it out. It was MPGL 5 Laban. Like it is actually the most appropriate song right now just because we have for my knowledge, we have 3 teams of Philippine esports or Philippine pro players fighting for in international waters. So dalawa, of course, you know, Execration and TNC. And then it's, of course, you know, the League of Legends Filipino Pride, AEX, or Iloilo Pride. Just to be specific, para hindi magalit yung mga taga Iloilo. As is the one hook, one arrow, that's all it takes, and gets taken down in the bat of an eyelash. Yeah, parang like, sobrang hype talaga ng kata niya. Pag pinapakinggan ko yung gusto ko mag-cast na mag-cast. Oh! Connects onto Valburst. That was a hook through time. One more auto attack. The Gatling gun of that arrow was just enough. Exo going in. This is a 2v1. He's going to be able to rift walk out of there and no harm, no foul. But wow, one hook, one auto attack, just all it takes. And Zensho now has a Runon Circuit. This is the item I was looking for para maging viable na sa team fights ng Ashe. I mean, yeah, you have the volley and the arrows. What if they're on cooldown? A Runon's Hurricane with an Infinity Edge just boosts up your damage so much. Yes, you can ask a question. You know, ito kasi yan guys. Huwag mo sabihin na benta gaming. Look at this. Well, yan natin siya. Look at this from this perspective. There are days wherein you feel on point. Basically, on point means na nandiyan yung rhythm mo, ang lakas mo sobra, hindi ka pwede matalo. That's what Mineski is feeling right now in this game. They look so strong. They know what they're doing. The rotations are on. But at the same time, what's the opposite of that? But Infuses off point. But aside from that one, aside from how the players are feeling, possibly in terms of the picks and bans, again, I have to repeat this: poke compositions gets shattered by engage comps, and this is what Mineski has built for them. Yeah, you can poke from far away, but paano pag nag-engage sa mukha mo yung kalaban mo? I mean, they have Gertrude to be a possible defense, quote unquote. But that's just, the United we stand, but it's not enough. I mean, the shield's not enough to protect you from the burst of a Kassadin, a Graves, and then the pickoff of the Ashe and the Thresh. It's not enough. Oh, face onto a kill. A kill is now delivered in the bracing hands of Mineski, and there's Noel trying to just be a bother in the backline. Grabe, ZXC looks to use his ultimate, but it does not connect. There's the roar from Noel, and hook from Kiji just lands all day long. The box just to stop Infuse in their tracks. Auto attacks from Zensho. There's the volley piercing down this Ashe. Double kill for Zensho. He looks to follow up. Berserk activate by Noel, and he'll be able to at least, at the meantime, while in death, glory in death, tank up the tower. Now next, and Exo starting to work at this bot tier 3. Grabe, sobrang tindi ng damage output nila. Nag-try ditong mag-defend si Gertrude, but he cannot deal with them at all. TG is here for the defense. He's looking to connect at least a ton. They've taken out the bot tier 2, or bot tier 3 rather, as well as that inhibitor, and Dark Passage is possible para makatakas dito ng maayos si Exo, but no need, Rift Walk is there. Now, if you check out the damage that Mineski did to Infuse, bottom inhibitor down, as well as top. Oh, sorry, this is the bottom one. This is the top one. Medyo sabog na. Rift. Zizrot portal is there. And while we're waiting for what Mineski can do, what can Infuse actually do here? They can possibly try to get a pick with ZXC, but the problem is, medyo nakakatakot na rin dito yung pick-off ng Mineski. I mean, you only have the pick-off with ZXC. They really can't do anything with Valburst, with a kill. They have a lot of ability, but then they don't have, anything backing it up. So, last inhibitor gonna get taken down. And it's just gonna be super minions pouring in from all cylinders of the map here against Infused. What can Infuse do? It's going to be quite a bit of a tall task for them to handle because look at this, Gertrude is just melting. He's the tankiest champion here for Infused Esports. And you can see here from the sidelines, there's TG again getting another hook. There's the play, two-man play, and uses the boxes to deliver them into the embracing hands of Mineski. And look at this, Infuse are just falling down like dominoes. Axo has a Zonius, he's going to use it. One auto attack, and ZXE is going to survive for no more. And here we go. Nexus has been taken down, and game one goes into the hands of Mineski. Smart.Mineski. They're gonna be able to start off this best of three very decisively against Infused Esports. What a game. Okay, so we'll check out the stats first, guys. And here it is. Look at that. 7-4-2 for EXO. Look at this. Zenshiro has been making so many impactful plays with this arrow. Grabe, sobrang lupet ng arrow